Hey, Dr. Osborne here with your health tip of the day. We're going to be talking about sleep, so stick with me because at the end of this video I'm going to talk about some strategies that you can implement to get a more peaceful, better night's sleep. But let's first talk a little bit about why sleep is so important. Every time you go to sleep, one of the things that happens, your brain is detoxifying as you sleep. So it's taking out the garbage, very important. Sleep also regulates a number of different hormones. And so when we get deep sleep, we activate healing, we activate repair, we give our body the ability to kind of recover from the day before. So it's very critical. Now, a lot of people dismiss sleep as important for health. Don't be one of them. There's no such thing as a night person. If you're up, day in, day out, repetitively till all hours of the night, you're going to pay a price eventually. Sleep deprivation causes immune suppression, it reduces the quantity of immune cells circulating. It can cause an increase in stress hormones like cortisol and insulin. It can raise your blood sugar. Sleep deprivation is also linked to weight gain. So again, if you're struggling with weight loss, you don't know why, you're going to bed at midnight every night, that could very well be part of the problem. Remember the time to sleep. 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. is when you should be asleep, meaning don't get in bed at 10 and fall asleep by 11. That 4-hour window from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. is critical for healing, repair, and hormone reset. So again, if you're missing an hour every night or 2 hours every night from that 10 to 2 window, you're going to, again, lead to an accumulative detriment over time. It's not like going to bed at 11 one night, ruins your health, but when you do it consistently over time, that accumulation and lack of the proper sleep is going to deteriorate your health. So make sure you're getting in bed before 10, planning to fall asleep by 10, and definitely be asleep through 2 a.m. and preferably longer on that other end. We need about 6 to 8 hours of sleep, the average person does. Now, some tips or some things to help improve your quality of sleep when you go to bed. Let's talk about a few of those. Number 1, grain-free eating. If you know anything about me, no grain, no pain. Grain is one of those things, even if you're not gluten sensitive, the carbohydrate load of grains can really disrupt sleep for many people, the heavy carbohydrate load, because it affects your insulin, your cortisol, which can in turn affect your capacity for sleep. But additionally, grains themselves are very mucogenic foods, meaning they cause you to produce more mucus. Now, some of you may suffer with sleep apnea. You get in bed at night and you're congested, you can't breathe, you become a mouth breather through the night, and so your quality of sleep is affected by snoring as a result of that. And so, again, cutting those grains and heavy carbohydrates out can oftentimes be the thing that opens up your sinus cavities, allows you to breathe deeply at night. So remember, no grain, no pain. Is a great way to improve your sleep. Additionally, exercise. A lot of people ignore this part. Women especially. Look, women are, we'll just say they're cerebral creatures. And what I mean by that, it's no offense. What I mean by that is women generally have to speak a lot during the course of the day. They have to say a lot of words. That's part of how they expend their energy. What I find with a lot of women that come to see me in my nutrition office is that they're not getting enough words out in a day, and so their brain can't expend the energy that it needs to cerebrally. And if they're not exercising, it can really impact their sleep. So what ends up happening is they lie down in bed at night and their mind is just swimming. Their mind is spinning in circles, thinking of all the things they didn't do or didn't say that day. And so this is where exercise can play a critical role. Expending your energy physically can help you prepare better for bedtime. So my advice is just get you a regular kind of conditioned time where you do some high intensity interval style exercise. You don't have to worry about, an hour of exercise every day, but if you've ever heard me talk about Tabata, T-A-B-A-T-A exercises, these are very, very effective, whether you're male or female. Tabata, about 8 minutes a day can be the thing that can help you get some deeper and more sound and peaceful sleep. Beyond exercise, schedule your bedtime. So many people have no schedule. The problem is they're disorganized, and so when it comes to bedtime, bed is the last thing that happens at the end of the day when the disarray of the day is done. In essence, when dinner's been eaten and everybody else has gone to bed, and women are especially guilty of this, but men too, and that is they kind of look at themselves and they take care of themselves last, right? And so sleep kind of suffers as a result of that. So schedule bedtime. I said earlier 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. my advice is try to get in bed so that you can be asleep by 10 p.m. every night. Put it on your schedule just like you'd put any other important aspect of your life on your schedule. Having a schedule definitely goes a long way to improving your sleep. Additionally, control your light exposure. This is a big one. A lot, especially with technology today, so many people are on their devices, their personal devices, their cell phones, their iPads, whatever you've got at night. And that blue light emitting from that screen, basically that blue light connects to your brain through your eyes, and it tricks your brain into thinking it's daytime outside. And so it makes it harder to go to sleep. It makes it harder to regulate the hormones of sleep biology. And so if you're exposed to a lot of the blue lights, especially before bedtime, it's definitely going to disrupt your ability to go to sleep. It's going to disrupt the quality of sleep. It's going to disrupt the quantity of sleep that you have. So turn the screens off when you're getting ready for bed. Again, if you schedule your bedtime, kind of get your screen time in before that. What some people also do is they wear polarized lenses or glasses to block out blue light so that they can get better sleep as well. You can download blue light blockers for your screen, for your personal devices if you're on them. And some people, again, buy glasses that can also be effective. But those are strategies that you can implement immediately that might help you get better sleep. Additionally, I want you to check your medications if you're on them. A lot of people don't realize that medications can affect sleep. One of the biggest that I see is women that have Hashimoto's or hypothyroid problems. Sometimes what happens is your medication is too strong. And so I get this a lot where oftentimes women will go see their doctor. They'll tell the doctor that they're having trouble losing weight. They'll tell their doctor that they're low energy or lethargic or with brain fog. And so the doctor puts them on thyroid medicine, whether their thyroid hormone is low or not. A lot of times doctors will treat with thyroid. I've seen this be the case. They'll treat with thyroid based on symptoms as opposed to objective testing. And then when they do get objectively tested, their thyroid levels are representative of too much thyroid. And so in essence, something you can ask your doctor to run if you're taking a thyroid medication is ask them to run your TSH level. If it's too low, if it's below 0.5, you might be being over-medicated. And a lot of times the side effect of being over-medicated on your thyroid hormone is that you can't go to sleep at night. Some women have anxiety, some people have difficulty going to sleep, heart palpitations, and even hot flashes can be symptoms of your thyroid medicine being too strong. So it's important to understand if you're taking that kind of medication, it can very much disrupt your sleep if the dose is too high. So always check, especially if you've recently started the medication and then your sleep became disrupted shortly thereafter. Additionally, birth control medications or estrogen-based medications, another one that can notoriously impact or affect sleep quality. So if you've recently started on estrogen replacement therapies and you've had trouble sleeping, this might be a big piece of the puzzle as well. So talk with your doctor about your prescription medications and see if there are any other natural alternatives that might work for you as well that could help you sleep. Now, I'm going to go into a little bit of what I see to be some of the most effective nutritional support supplements that you could also take. So if you're struggling with sleep, some simple things that you can do. One of the supplements I prefer people start with is magnesium. Magnesium is a natural muscle relaxer. It's a natural calmative, so it calms the mind, it calms the muscles. And so taking it about an hour before bedtime can sometimes do the trick for a lot of people. Now, there's a strategy here. One of the most effective forms of magnesium for sleep is a type of magnesium called magnesium threonate. And it's because this particular type of magnesium passes the blood-brain barrier, so it gets into your brain easier and affects your sleep in that manner. So it gets into your brain easier and it affects your sleep biology, the chemicals of your sleep biology, much more effectively than, say, a magnesium citrate or other forms of magnesium. So again, if you're struggling with sleep, magnesium threonate, 100 to 200 milligrams about an hour before you go to bed, to support that sleep and relaxation and calmness can be very, very effective with very little to no side effects at all. Now, some people do report when they take magnesium for sleep that they wake up feeling groggy. If that's you, then try some of the other strategies I've discussed. It might maybe just be you need to add exercise or minimize your screen time, etc. Another supplement that's very commonly taken for sleep is melatonin. And although melatonin can be extremely effective, you want to be cautious around melatonin because it can actually, when taken over long periods of time, can reduce your body's ability to make your own natural melatonin. Remember how we make melatonin? We get exposed to sunshine. So outdoor time becomes very, very important for sleep regulation. So if you wake up in the morning, you're in the house, right? You get ready for work, you go to an office where you're inside all day long and you're not getting any outdoor time, this can dramatically impact your brain's ability to make its own melatonin. Remember, we make melatonin over the course of the day as we're exposed to natural light and sunlight. And so that at nighttime, that melatonin turns our brain off, puts it to sleep. Very, very important. So if you're not getting regular sunshine, then you might want to try that before trying supplemental melatonin. Now, if you've tried that and you've tried all these other tips, melatonin might be something you want to consider. I would just encourage you, if you're going to use melatonin, to use a controlled release melatonin. And the reason why controlled release is because if you trickle release melatonin throughout the night, not only will it help you get to sleep, but it will help you stay asleep. And that's critical for a good night's rest. Remember, sometimes taking melatonin to get good sleep outweighs the detriment when you're not sleeping at all. Remember, you need sleep to heal and repair and to restore your body's metabolic functions. And so if you're not getting any sleep at all, the detriment potentially of taking melatonin outweighs the benefit of that good solid night's sleep. So melatonin can be used, although I don't recommend it as a first-line therapy. I recommend it more as a second-line therapy. Magnesium should come first, but before either of those supplements, again, consider exercise, sunshine, stress management, what you eat. All those things matter first. So do those things first before attempting supplementation to get that good night's sleep. Hey, I'm going to put a couple of resource links below this video for you. And so make sure you check those out as well. Make sure you subscribe to the channel as well. Click that icon just down to the left-hand side. This is Dr. Osborne with today's health tip, wishing you excellent health.